If you've ever got to the end of your week and felt like you weren't productive enough, or on the other hand, you felt like you were overwhelmed with too much going on, this video is for you. Hey there, I hope you had a fantastic week so far and are looking forward to your weekend. Now, something that kept coming up in the last few coaching sessions, and the theme was, how do you set up the perfect week so you can run the week at the current pace, have a work-life balance, and also feel productive at the end of the week? So let's just get into it. Step number one is, before you sit down to plan your week ahead, you might do it on a Sunday morning or something. Find the nearest cafe, or do it in your house first thing in the morning with a cup of coffee or tea if you like it. Before you plan the week and look at your calendar or your to-do list, ask this question. Looking forward to next week, if I could achieve one thing and one thing only, what would it be? And the answer to that question gives you an overall theme to that week. And once you have your top thing, the theme that you want to tag this week onto, now you can pull out your task list from Trello or Todoist. Or if you don't have a task, you might continue using that question. If I could achieve just one more thing, what would it be? For number two, if I could achieve just one more thing this week, what would it be? And you build out a list of 5 to 7 things that you want to achieve this week. Now that you have a list of things you need to get done, the first thing we want to know is what will give us the highest impact without taking too much of our effort. So the highest task, a 10 on an impact scale, is what you want to get done first. A very common myth that I run into most of the time is, if something takes a lot of effort, it must be good for us, when that's not actually true. You might be waiting on just to send an email which will change the trajectory of your company. And if that is the case, identifying those tasks is very important at this stage. So you might give something a 10 and A, B, C on an effort scale. So that task requires very little time but needs to get done. And you go through your task list and you fill out, and you give everything a number and a letter. And at the end of it, really your task would fall into one of these 4 categories. It will either be an urgent task, which requires very little effort, an important task, which requires more effort, but you want to schedule them in during the week, tasks that need to be batched, and admin stuff that needs to be processed. So you might schedule an hour in the week where you put all these admin tasks together and just get them done. And finally, things that you can either delegate or avoid, small things that barely make an impact during your week. And once you've done that and you've given your task list a number and a letter, now we do what's called a weekly sync, where you look at the calendar, and before you give your time away to anyone else, you take your task list and you spread it out across the week, so you have a nice balance of energy spread out during the week. And if you're anything like me, I only have energy at the start of the week, and the energy usually drops down during the week. And I have a lot of energy in the morning, and it usually drops down during the day. So what you want to do is spread out your task according to your energy, giving yourself the high priority things to do first thing in the morning, tailing off with more of creative procrastination, something that would be nice to do, but you know it doesn't require too much energy. If you were to follow these 3 steps, what you'll have is you'll have an overall theme for the week. The second thing you'll have is one critical task a day. So you'll have 5 or 6 things and you spread them across the week. And at the end of the day, you will have a time for yourself. So you might have a cutoff time after 6 p.m., 7 p.m. where you don't think about work because you've handled your business. And if you follow these steps, what will happen is you will run your week at a really nice pace. You'll feel productive at the end of the week, and you'll have peace of mind. Thank you, and have a fantastic weekend.